Some of the worst gaming censorship is going on right now, and it drives me a little crazy because there's all these YouTube grifters who made so much stink crying censorship because Melanie Mack said she didn't like a video game, and she doesn't have the power to censor any video games, so it didn't make any sense. And then, of course, I said, don't cancel Melanie Mack over her opinion on a video game. And so everybody cried censorship at me when I never even referenced said video game. It's really, really wild. Now, Steam is actually banning a video game because of politics, and it's because they're extreme leftists, like everything else in the corporate culture, which we've always told you about. And these guys have tried to pivot away from any sort of culture war sort of thing to appease the YouTube algorithm and the like. It's ridiculous, and they're saying nothing about it. I've seen zero talk from any of those people, any of those influencers, and this is how you know what they stood for was nothing. They just stood for, and I'll tell you what, they look at a game and they go, okay, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is popular and trending, so I'm going to say I like it. And then they look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay, so that talk of Assassin's Creed Shadows is popular and trending, but people don't like that game. So I'm gonna be against that. And even though the games have the same content, they'll adjust their take based on that. And it's really, really sad. And this is why these guys, of course, have failed the movement. This is why we've started our own movement, Gamergate 3, to try to stop that. Yes, we're on 3 now. To try to stop this kind of nonsense from happening. And we're reporting the news. So AndyPants Gaming is a beautiful YouTube channel. If you don't follow him, I highly recommend it. He's been consistent the entire time. He's a great YouTuber. He has great takes on games. He does deep dives into these DEI topics quite a bit, and he's a real one. And he decided to make his own video game. And it's cute. I actually played it for an hour yesterday. I asked Andy Pants, can I get my platinum trophy? And I can't on any of the platforms because it's banned. And so that's the thing. You can download it from him directly. And I'll put his link in the description below so you can play it. It's a cute game. I mean, it's got a lot of just like old 8-bit Nintendo tropes to it. Not something fancy or anything like that. But it's really, really funny. Especially like, you know, when he's got these pride flag villains in their Nazi uniforms and the like, and they're all going after like the normal dad with a kid, right? And trying to shut him down. And that's what they did. They tried to shut him down. So this is big banning in gaming. It's very, very important. And this is the place that you're going to hear the discussion of this that nowhere else will do. And I'm glad you guys are here. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join our movement. And this is my Fandom Pulse Substack. So we cover all of the topics in gaming, movies and TV, comics, tabletop games. We do a lot of work. John Trent and I do this full time. And we break these stories that are accurate. And the thing is, like, when we say we've got an Ubisoft insider, I've verified that he works at Ubisoft, unlike other people out there. We put screenshots. We of course, document everything into things, because when I say this is what's happening on Steam, I'm going to show you in just a moment that there's screenshots of the Steam thing. I'm not just telling you this. I'm showing everything because we produce our receipts. And that's why we're the most trusted name in gaming news. Now, like I said, there was a coordinated cancel mob to try to stop Fandom Pulse from becoming popular. It's because there's a couple other news sites that were trying to grift off the gaming culture at the time. Got very, very mad that John Trent moved over here because he's the guy who makes up most of this stuff the success. He's the best journalist in this entire space for sure. And so we've continued and persisted anyway and done very, very well. Huge growth this week. So thank you for everybody who's become a paid subscriber. Now there's 2 tiers. There's a free subscription, and you get all the news, and there's paid subscription. I do like 1 paid article a day, and like we do like 8 unpaid, so that you get your news here. This is the spot to be, and you should be checking it every day. So sign up for this. It's in the description below. If you want to support us, it's only $5 a month. It's a Starbucks cup of coffee. There's no advertising on here, so we're not beholden to anyone. We have no sponsors. There's other people who very clearly have taken sponsorships from a lot of these gaming companies and have not disclosed them, right? This is what Gamergate was originally about, right? Ethics in gaming journalism. And that's exactly what we're providing here. We're not shills for these companies. We know that the corporate media is evil. We know that corporate video game companies, these AAA studios, are not in your best interest. They're just trying to milk you like pay pigs. And so we are calling them out. And yeah, we appreciate you guys for the huge support over this. Get on Fandom Pulse. It's in the description below. All right, let's get into this. So AndyPants Gaming has been a staple of great anti-woke content on YouTube. He's finally come out with his own game, only to be hit with a Steam ban censoring his content. Now, he only makes videos like once every month or two, He does excellent deep dives into woke content. This is his most recent video. It's called Black Girl Boss Fatigue. Excellent stuff. Highly recommend going to that and checking it. It's in the Fandom Pulse article if you want to go check that out. Makes it easy. And he's got 200K subscribers because he does such a good job, period. And so he's been making his own video game and talking about that for a bit. And I was excited about that because I love independent works. And I think it's very important that we build up independent creators and get them their start and help get them going along so that we can build an independent ecosystem, a parallel economy away from this stuff, away from the leftism that's out there, right? Because leftism is the destruction of all this cultural stuff, and that's the whole problem. So with this, we have on Friday, he launched his game, Chad versus the Gay Nazis, on his own storefront. And there's the page of hilarious graphics, and this is it right here. And so he got shut down by Steam. And you can see Chad versus the Gay Nazis, release progress, follow the instructions checklist below, prepare, and there it is. Review of your store presence has identified one or more issues. Yes, and then game build. Review your build has identified one or more issues. So they would not allow this game on their platform. Very simple right here. So on Steam, it says your app cannot be approved in its current state. Your app and store page appears to incorporate intellectual property from third parties. So they're claiming him of stealing intellectual property. And the Steam distribution agreement makes your responsibility to provide Valve with the necessary rights to distribute your game. We can decline to ship your game if that has been raised about intellectual property. So concerns. But they don't tell him what it is, right? Of course. It's just vague. And this is what they do the entire time. And so here's it is. There's no other intellectual properties. It's all his own deal that he's kind of just put in here with these Sprite sort of deals. And it's really, really funny. And so he actually spoke to us. He said, I've provided the rights to everything. They're making stuff up. Then it continues again. The presence of Nazi-related symbols, swastika or Hitler, will prevent your application from being released in Germany. You have several options to consider. Well, whatever. Germany. And this is what he's done. He's put them on pride flags showing that they're gay Nazis. It's pretty funny. It's equal rights for maps. Crazy stuff right here. And they're the bad guys. It's like Wolfenstein, right? I mean, it was a big parody sort of thing, and it's a Wolfenstein, just almost exactly. So why is this a problem? So additionally, your app contains assets from YouTube and X images. Your app cannot be approved while these assets are included. He says they're making this up. I haven't used a single image stolen from X or YouTube. So this is what they say on their Steam thing. Now, there's obvious lies about the game, and they don't want to approve it, and here's why they don't want to. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They don't want to approve this because it's Chad versus the Gay Nazis, and they have a political agenda in this. I mean, they're not going to say it. They give all these fake reasons that are nebulous and aren't true, and so he can't fix them because they're not true. And that's exactly what they do on this. This is like the end boss of the game, by the way. If you haven't seen this, it's so funny. And so in this game, it's very poignant. Like these weirdos and all walk around and they're like, I'm gonna transition on my 7-year-old. They have dialogue like that, and so of course Steam doesn't want to approve this. This is exactly what they're going to just try to push because this is censorship. So when people complain about censorship, the only people that actually get censored are the right wing. Everything else does not get censored. Okay, a company changes a video game so that the top on a character is a little less low cut than it's not. It's their video game. They can make that design choice how they want. That's not censorship. That's them just making the video game they want to make. You're welcome to buy it or not buy it, but they can sell their video game on Steam and everywhere. They're not censored. It's quite the opposite. Those corporate video games are all out there. This is literal censorship. This is actual censorship. This is political speech, which is protected by our First Amendment in America, and it's getting shut down because leftists want to shut everything down. They hate you. They want you dead. They don't want you to be able to sell your stuff. And we've gone through this in conservative culture for the last 10 years. They'll shut you down. They'll remove your Stripe page. They'll remove your bank. If you keep doing this stuff, they are really, really evil people, and you can't just start your own all the time. Because it just gets so bad. Now, AndyPants is dealing with this. The game's about 2 hours long, and I did about an hour of it. A lot of fun stuff, and it has been banned now. And what he says is, I think because my game is offensive, they're hoping I give up, but I'm going to fix their issues and continue to resubmit. And that's going to be great. I'm glad he's fighting because that's the thing. It's easy to give up. It's easy to stop. Somebody like this, AndyPants, is a real deal because he is continuing to fight. He's continuing to resubmit it. And that's exactly what you do. If they take down your video, you keep at it. If you keep pushing, make them ban you, show their hypocrisy, and that's the best we can do. So I'll put this link in the description below for you guys so you can check it out. And I will also, of course, be spreading the word on this. This is the real censorship going out there. If show it. Send this article to Hypnotic, to Smash JT, and tell them, don't be freaking hypocrites out there. I get it. These guys were leftists that invaded our movement, and so they were propped up as fake opposition so that the mainstream could actually then pay them at some point to act like their opposition and then, kind of be nebulous about things. And we know what happened on that front. And so this is the real deal. AndyPants is the real deal. We have to support this. We have to make sure that the censorship cannot stand. Let Steam know about this stuff. It's important. And make a stink. We can win as gamers if we all work together, and that's going to be the future. So thank you guys for being here. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below, and sign up for Fandom Pulse. This is where the news is reported. Like I said, there's been a coordinated effort to try to cancel us, but it's because we are the real deal here, and it's growing, and people are seeing this anyway. We don't need a bunch of fake influencers to prop us up. We are doing the truth, and the truth is going to prevail. We'll see you soon.